So, of course, Trump's detail or security detail is being questioned. So, guys, a lot of us saw what happened Saturday, right? So Trump gets shot at, and to people who know somewhat about security details and things of that nature, and just the basics in it, it raises a red flag. So if you are into the security industry, you know that there were a lot of things wrong with this assassination attempt. When you find out where the shooter was, you're like, how the hell did he get there? When you find out where the snipers were who were covering Trump, where they were, you're like, how did they didn't see that? How come cops didn't see that? Why were civilians pointing it out and then cops and other Secret Service agents ignoring it? And this was confirmed that they were being told this and they ignored it. Maybe the cops thought that there was no way no one was going to do this. How dare they? But you at least look and go, whoa, what the fuck is that up there? At the very least. All of that being said, guys, a lot of things are raising red flags. And I'm looking at this now and I'm like, the more you let it settle in, the more information starts to come and you start looking at it, you're like, something was wrong here. Something was definitely off. And one part of me is starting to think, and I could be wrong, that maybe Secret Service was in on this assassination attempt. Because there was no way, guys, that basic security of a president, they scout the location out before he arrives. That's the bare minimum. They scout out the location. I don't care what his manpower is. Now, yes, the detail of an ex-president is always smaller than the actual president. We get that. But when you're running for president, the detail gets a little bigger, and you still have people scout out the locations you're going before you get there. So you look at potential threats, you look at buildings that might be threats, you look at trees, bushes, you look at everything, the rock, the whole 9 yards. Is there a manhole, a sewer system, drainage system? You look at all of this to make sure that it's not going to become a threat. Make sure the guy's not hiding in the sewer system. Make sure the guy's not sitting on an open rooftop taking shots at the president. These are the things that you look at. These are the things you're looking at a map. You're having the discussion with other people, not just the security detail, but everyone's involved, minus the president and probably the candidates. But still, you trust them to do their job. So now they're all discussing this shit, and everybody's like, all right, good. That building there possesses a threat. But one side of me thinks that the security detail thought in their head, there's no way anyone's going to climb onto that open roof and take a shot. Because by the time they decide that, we would react. Well, clearly, he gets up on top of there, and he gets up on top of there long enough to set up and then fire off, 4 or 5 shots? Maybe 6? Killing an attendee who was a firefighter, by the way. I think he was a firefighter out of PA, but nonetheless, he was a fireman. And then nicking President Trump's ear. There is definitely something wrong. So now again, guys, Secret Service, and I only know some of Secret Service's movements and how they secure things because when I trained in Blackwater a long time ago, I spoke to guys who were either on presidential details or who knew guys who were on presidential details. And in Blackwater, you get to know a lot of different people and a lot of different jobs that they've done. And again, this is years ago. But even before that, my father being a police officer with Port Authority, discussing how Secret Service talks to local police to make sure that certain areas are going to be covered. And that's normally a little further away from the president. They secure the outskirts. Secret Service secures the immediate area. All right. So now they still talk to local PD. They make sure certain things are not there. Like if there's a tractor in the field, that tractor's gone. If there are parked cars anywhere within, I think it's a half mile of a president or presidential speaker, those cars are moved. In fact, Michelle Obama spoke at City College a couple of years ago. They told my car, which was no shit a quarter mile away from her, and she was still protected by buildings and stuff. They told my car because they didn't want any cars in that area, anywhere near her. And you mean to tell me the president, an ex-president who's running for presidency again, who's one of the most divisive, but not really, presidents in history, and he's divisive to the left, right? So he's the most dangerous president. He's the most threatened president in American history, and you left your detail, or you left a building with nobody on it, no sniper, no security, no cops around the building, nothing cordoned off. You left it open so that someone can actively walk over to the building, climb up a ladder, place himself on top, set up his little setup, and then take shots at him. And no one saw this. And meanwhile, you had people screaming at Secret Service and police to there's somebody on the roof, and they ignore it. Something is definitely up. There are a ton of red flags. Like I said, now the Secret Service is definitely being questioned. Their tactics are being questioned. Their response time is being questioned. They took too long to get up on that stage. And yes, some of them are like, oh, because of the two females that were on the detail. Now listen, I'm President of the United States. If you cannot carry me, I do not want you on my detail. Especially women. Women are not going to be able to carry me. Most of them. Unless the bitch is built like Broomhilda from Germany, there's no way she's carrying me. You're not on my detail. Maybe on my detail taking notes and shit, but you're not on my fucking detail if you can't carry me off the stage. And meanwhile, they were having a hard time getting him off the stage. So they exposed Trump. I mean, Trump was fighting them. There was a little bit of a fight. He wanted to let his constituents and everybody know that he was okay. That's why he was able to get the fist off in the air and tell people that he was fine. But still, he should have been whisked away. We watched him do it numerous times with other presidents when pops went off. This guy had the fourth pop before the Secret Service was on the stage and whisking him off. They should have been on the stage, obviously off camera, but they should have been on stage. But they took too long to get up on the stage, and they took too long to carry him off the stage. And they exposed him one too many times once they surrounded him. Though some of that was Trump exposing himself. Still, the detail is definitely going to be questioned. There's going to be heads rolling. And I would not be surprised if that entire detail was dismissed and they gave him a new one. Because there was something definitely up with the whole thing. Now, Mike Glover, who was a Special Forces sniper, I want to say Navy SEAL, but I'd be wrong. But anyway, he was a Special Forces sniper. He's questioning the same thing. Now, this guy's a professional. And if you want to see his video on it, I think he did a video on it. Watch his video. He's definitely questioning. Now, I'm not any kind of sniper or anything, and I'm questioning it. So if a fucking fireman from New York City is questioning it, there's a problem. There's a big fucking problem. Now, you're going to have security experts and sniper experts absolutely questioning this as well. When you see those videos, please do me a favor, email me the link to those videos or leave it in the comment section below. I will be watching these videos to also pick their brain to see what they were thinking. Anyway, guys, other than that, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.